The following is a presentation of Lions Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig House, Monak for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away, well Horsky with the reception, and hauled down by Janko. Looks to throw, comes back across, they set up the screen to Ruffin room to run, there goes Ruffin, running wild into his own man, see you later, 75 yards. It's Friday Night Lights in Jefferson Hills as it's the West Mifflin Titans hitting the road to take on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Here this evening on MVI Live, Lions Heart Media. Alex Lyons with you tonight for all the action as it's the Jaguars and the Titans of West Mifflin in an all-Mon Valley non-section showdown before section play gets underway next week around the 4A classification. As it's the Titans, it is the Jaguars, and both teams looking to bounce back off of losses in their last contest. As for the West Mifflin Titans, it was a loss to Bethel Park in their last game, 41-7. On the other side for Thomas Jefferson, they are coming off the worst regular season loss under head coach Bill Cherpak in a 41-14 loss to Avonworth. Just 7 points for the offense. The other 7 came on a kickoff return by Tyler Eber to start the game. It's a depleted lineup for Thomas Jefferson in the likes of no Deacon Camberis, no Kane Egerton, no Emmett Forte, to name a few. Also, without the likes of the majority of this linebacking core, Thomas Jefferson going to have to rely on some reserves here tonight, and they will still have their bell cow back in Tyler Eber, who has been struggling the last few games on the ground, as it's been domination at the line of scrimmage for Avonworth and McKeesport the week prior, even though TJ did beat the McKeesport Tigers. And you don't hear Coach Cherpak talk about this way all that often. After that loss to Avonworth, he did say Avonworth really is Thomas Jefferson of 2019. Said if they stay healthy, they would win 4A. They are dominant and have players at every position. And, Coach Cherpak's team, a little sluggish maybe against McKeesport, but they win. And, Coach Cherpak said, we've hit kind of a rough patch where we have to figure out what we are and what our identity is. Last week we got dominated at the line of scrimmage talking about McKeesport, and we sure did again referring to Avonworth. We have to find our way to just do the things we're good at. And you look at this, how often is it week 3, game number 5 of the regular season, where Coach Cherpak saying we don't have an identity for Thomas Jefferson? Year in, year out, the identity has stayed the same for TJ. Expect to win a conference championship, expect to win a district title, and expect to compete for a state title. That's the standard. That's the identity of Thomas Jefferson football. And now Thomas Jefferson has the opportunity to avoid something happening for the 4th time since 2003. And that's losing back-to-back games. TJ has only lost back-to-back games 3 times since 2003. Back in 22, they lost to Bell Vernon 21-7, lost to LH 31-24. 2015, lost 27-20 to Ringgold, 31-24 in overtime to Bell Vernon. And then in 2009, 28-21 to West Day and 58-14 to Woodland Hills in the playoffs. It's been a tale of two games. First two games of the season, TJ 106 points, averaging 53 points per game, 195 yards per game on the ground, 161 total through the air, 80.5 per game through the air. TJ averaging 275.5 yards per game. Tyler Eber in those two games, 49 carries, 338 yards, 169 yards per game for Eber, averaging 6.89 yards per tote. On the other side, in the last two games, just 30 points combined for the Jaguars, 15 points per game, just 191 total rushing yards, 95.5 yards per game on the ground, and 89 yards per game through the air. Tyler Eber has ran it 36 times in the last two games, a total of 106 rushing yards, averaging 50.3 yards a contest in the last two, just 2.94 yards per carry for Tyler Eber over the last two contests. So Thomas Jefferson trying to get back to the identity, and this really has the makings. If Thomas Jefferson wins the toss, I could see them wanting the ball and see a patented 6+ minute drive where all TJ does is turn around and hand the ball to their workhorse, Tyler Eber, get him going, get back to their identity and back to the standard of Thomas Jefferson football. TJ has won the last 14 meetings between the West Mifflin Titans and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Last win, 2011. It was October 28th at West Mifflin, 27-14. The Jaguars are 22-2 against the Titans, 14 straight wins, 8 TJ shutouts, 10-0 here at home, averaging 35.5 points per game with a high of 53. West Mifflin in those 24 contests, 8.7 points per game with a high of 28 in their win back in 2005. Under first-year head coach B.J. Pugh, replacing Rod Steele, as Pugh, the 1995 West Mifflin grad teacher in the district, was a D.C. on the staff, was the golf coach last year. His son was the former gunslinger here at TJ, Jake Pugh, who was a multi-year starter, a multi-year Pac Player of the Year at W&J. Now is also an assistant DB coach at W&J. His daughter Josie was a basketball and soccer player here as well at Thomas Jefferson. Talking about this game with Coach Pugh, he said, regarding the game versus TJ, there's not much to say. They're defending WPIO champs and are pretty good at just about everything they do. I know they took a big loss last week to Avonworth, but Avonworth is easily one of the best teams in the WPIO regardless of classification. They caught TJ on a down night, and I know TJ was missing some key players, which may have impacted things. TJ's still missing some key players tonight, and he says, I do believe the best version of our team is a really good team and can compete with anyone. The challenge will be to remain consistent throughout the game and fight the adverse situations that will come during the course of the game. We can't let any mistakes get the best of us. That's something we've have been working on all season long, limiting the mistakes, but also knowing how to move forward. It's a team that Coach Pugh says is growing and looks to continue to do so, but it's a team that needs to have some confidence in themselves. Our Lions Heart Media players to watch on the West Mifflin side. It's the West Virginia commit, Armand Hill, one of the top backs in the state of Pennsylvania. 338 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns for the junior tailback, Armand Hill. On the other side, one of the men looking to stop Armand Hill, it's Zach Villa, the standout senior linebacker, 7.5 tackles per game with a strip stack for Zach Villa, as that will be a fun matchup to watch here tonight. We will take a break, opening kick when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. It's MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at his place. Coffee, community, and more.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Titans will get the ball to start as we get set to get underway with Thomas Jefferson, West Mifflin. Mon Valley non-section showdown. TJ looking to make it 15 in a row as Sam Wessel will get set to send us away as back deep to receive for the West Mifflin Titans is going to be the likes of Armand Hill, the West Virginia commit, joined by Teron White, the 5'9", 145 sophomore. Check that, make that Jarrell Mason, who has 2 D1 offers to his name instead of Armand Hill. He's flanking back near side as underway and into the end zone. The keeper for the Jaguar soccer team, Sam Wessel, sends one in for a touchback as the Titans will start first and from their own 20. 12 minutes on the clock as we get set to get underway here this evening from Thomas Jefferson High School, as it's going to be Ethan Thomas, Jarrell Bostic, Braden Legion, along with Seon Coleman and Grayson Orchowski on the line. Perez, Cobb, and Jarrell Mason out wide was Juan Glover at quarterback. Armand Hill at tailback. Pistol look for Glover, first year starting quarterback as a sophomore. And a timeout before we even get going, as BJ Pugh, not what he wanted to do before the first snap of the ball game. Zawan Glover replacing Zaire Ishmaeli. Ismaili now the quarterback for the Westinghouse Bulldogs after starting as a freshman for the West Mifflin Titans. And mention the injuries at linebacker for Thomas Jefferson. Kane Egerton, the standout junior linebacker. He's out with an injury today for TJ. Also Emmett Forte. So Eli Ferry, Zach Villa, your Lions Heart Media player to watch, along with freshman Alejandro Alaman. Look for Graff to see some time in there as well. And D'Artagnan Craven, 1st and 10. Hill back behind as Glover looks to throw. Zawan up top looking for Perez. Got it at the midfield stripe. 30-yard pitch and catch. Jose Perez, the senior captain, hauls it in. as a Juan Glover wastes no time finding Perez. But holding called against the Titans negate the 30-yard pitch and catch. So instead of 1st and 10 at midfield, make it 1st and 20 from the West Mifflin 10-yard line as the Titans backed up on the opening play. As Glover looks to throw again off the edge, and taking him down is Dom Volumino back at the 1. As unblocked, uncovered, Dom Volumino right up the gut. And Volumino, a loss of 9 on 1st down, 2nd down and 29. Volumino just picked up an offer from Lehigh, his first Division I offer for Volumino. 11:09 rolling clock, so Glover in the shadow of his own goalpost. TJ looking for points on the defensive side of the ball to start. Hill the back, Glover high snap, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket, and he's able to escape the goal line and get maybe a yard on the play. As once again, Thomas Jefferson's Volumino wreaks havoc, and it's Zach Villa cleaning him up after a gain of maybe a yard and a half, maybe give him 2. It's going to be 3rd down and a country mile for the West Mifflin Titans, who look like they hit for 30 yards on the first play of the game. D-line did not make really any tackles last week for TJ, and they've wreaked havoc on this opening drive today. Turn around, handoff, Armand Hill up to the 5-yard line where he's cut down by Dom Volumino, and it's a 3-and-out forced by TJ. Fourth down, 25 yards to go. And the punting unit will be on here for the West Mifflin Titans. Or maybe not. Beacoat back deep to receive on 4th down and 25. Titans going to go for it on 4th and 25. No, it's going to be a kick away by the quarterback Glover. And it takes a roll out to the 50 as Beacoat met immediately Malik Cobb at the 49-yard line. Knocks him down. Good sequence there. So TJ takes over on their own 49-yard line. Expect a heavy dose of Tyler Eber today after the 46-yard boot. 9:31 opening quarter. Thomas Jefferson, their first drive of the game. As starting quarterback will be Rabel. Imagine him and Harrison Calling will switch places here tonight. As Cooling and Rabel did that all of the season, as Eber, first down carry, and give Tyler 12. So a 12-yard scamper on first down for Tyler Eber. Expect a heavy dose of him tonight. Rabel just has put the ball in the air 12 times this season for 49 yards. Then Eber most likely will surpass 500 yards on the year, as Eber 85 carries, 454, and 8 touchdowns. He has lofty goals of breaking rushing and scoring records for TJ. We'll talk about that at the half, as jumping off sides off the edge for the West Mifflin Titans is Jarrell Mason, the 6-foot sophomore. So a free 5 yards and a second penalty against the West Mifflin Titans. Metz, Hatch, Sable, Price, and Everly up front. And no Egerton, so Beacoat, Coling, and Andy Rose the starting wide receivers today for the Jaguars. Jackson Coling, the older Coling brother, out near side. Rabel under center, Eber the back, twin tight end stacked to the left. Rabel hand off, Eber met immediately. Tyler gets maybe a yard, is right up the chute. It's Jordan Cobbs, the 6'3 junior defensive end. And it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. 8:10 rolling clock. Ethan Thomas will head to the bench. Costa out near side. As whistle blows before the snap. So Thomas Jefferson gives that 5 back that was granted to them. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball lies on the 39-yard line. As Eber, right side, blown up in the backfield. Devin Brown on the stop. Has a big loss on 2nd down and 10. Back to the 43-yard line. Loss of 4 for Eber. 3rd down and 14. The TFL by Big Devon Brown. See if Coach Turpak puts it in the air. Right side, Beacoat, near side, Costa, Eber the back, Rabel under center. As Jeffrey Rabel will drop back, looks to pass, Rabel throws it well short of his intended target and short of the sticks as he was looking in the vicinity of Jared Beacoat, and it's going to be 4th down and 14 for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars after a promising start with a 12-yard run by Eber. Now Sam Wessel will be on to punt. Wessel averaging 35.2 yards per punt this season with 1 inside the 20. Jose Perez back deep to receive along with Armand Hill. As that goes in the vicinity of Hill from the 9. Armand back the other way as Hill going to be cut down at the 20-yard line. 6:43. Opening quarter of play. West Mifflin gets the ball back. They went backwards on their opening drive. 34-yard boot by Wessel, 16 yards on the return by Armand Hill. 6:43 here in the opening quarter of play. Scoreless ball game. As Zawan Glover in the pistol, Hill the back, Jose Perez at the bottom of the screen. 3 receiver set. Zawan, high snap, has to keep it himself. Cuts back up the gut, room to run. Near side, Zawan Glover into open space. Nearing the 50, pushed out of bounds there by the last line of defense. That's D'Artagnan Craven, but not before a scamper of 29. Zawan Glover dancing his way to midfield. A 29-yard run by Zawan Glover, 1st and 10 from the 50. Jose Perez near side, far side, Malik Cobb. Twin receiver set, H back right. That's Darnell Carswell, the 5'9", 290 senior. Man in motion. There goes Mason. Hand off left side, room to run. Armand Hill into TJ territory. He'll step out shy of the 30 at the 32-yard line. 18 more on the ground. Armand Hill finds his way for another 1st down, but a flag on the play, negating another big West Mifflin run. Armand Hill, the 11th ranked running back in the country for 2027, number 4 in the state of Pennsylvania, holding the call. 3,000 career rushing yards coming in after his first 2 seasons for the West Mifflin Titans. Titans have lost the last 14 meetings. After the holding, it's going to be first down and 20 for the Titans. 6:26 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. As sidecar left is Hill. There goes Carswell in motion. Armand takes it right side, cuts up the gut, and right into the waning orange of Brendan Folds, the 5'11 senior. 2 yards for Hill. Second down and 18 here for the Titan offense. 6 minutes on the game clock, rolling here in quarter number 1. TJ trying to avoid losing back-to-back games for what would be the 4th time since 2003, first time since 2022. If it wasn't for a comeback win versus West Mifflin, they would have lost back-to-back. As Glover looks to throw, has a man, and it's a little short and incomplete. He was looking in the vicinity on the far side of Jarrell Mason, the 6-foot sophomore. Offers from Syracuse and Akron for the sophomore. Now it's going to be third down, 18 to go, 5.5 on the game clock here in the first. Scoreless game between West Mifflin and Thomas Jefferson. Next week, TJ at the beach at Bell Vernon. We'll be there for that one as well. Hill the back, left side, flanking Glover. Carswell motions left to right. High snap. Glover hauls it in. Pressure coming. Folds. Pressuring. Thrown up and hauled in near side. Over the 40 for a first down. Mason picks up the line to gain. Glover kept his eyes downfield. Pressure by Brennan Folds. Not enough. And it's a gain of 20 on 3rd and 18 and another West Mifflin first down. Glover to Mason. 1st and 10 from the 42. 38. Nonetheless, West Mifflin on the march. Coach Pugh looking to knock off the Jaguars. Easier said than done, and it's easier said than done taking down Armand Hill, who slips through the arms of Don Volamino into the second level where Zach Villa was waiting to haul him in after a gain of 4 on first down. 2nd down and 6 yards to go for West Mifflin, who's methodically marching down the field on this TJ defense with 5 minutes on the clock. Cobb wide receiver, far side, near side, Jose Perez. Pistol look with Armand Hill back behind Glover. Double H back left side. Mason motions left to right. Hand off Hill, room to work. Armand Hill into space, bounces outside 20, into the 15 and pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line. The West Virginia commit dancing, dinking, and dunking down into the red zone. And it's going to be first down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Make it 14 for Armand. As Armand Hill, 21-yard run. Third 20-plus yard play of the drive for West Mifflin. Hill takes it right side, up the gut. Armand inside the 10, down to the 6. As Armand Hill, a full head of steam. And TJ's front has been pushed off the ball here on this drive, which we did not see in that opening drive when Volamino was running loose. Again, no Cam Barris tonight in the middle. Insert the likes of both Folds and Dom Metz, as Folds will check out here for Dom Metz. Dom Metz committed to Penn West, California to play baseball. Standout Orm. 2nd down here from the 6-yard line. Armand right into the pow. Maybe give Hill a yard as they're going to mark him back at the 6-yard line. So no gain, going to be 3rd down. 3 yards to go for the West Mifflin Titans, as Coach B.J. Pugh has got the Titans on the move here in their second drive of the game. 3rd down, 3 to go. Play clock down to 14. West Mifflin already has used 1 timeout in this ball game. May have to use another here. Play clock to 8. Titans in no hurry. Down to 5 seconds now. And Coach Pugh watching it, and he will indeed call that timeout before the play clock hits 0. So 2:43 remaining in the opening quarter. Titans down to 1 timeout. We'll take a break, come back, and see if the Titans can punch it in. 3rd down and 3 when we come back here on MVI Live. Direct Jewels in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique. Titans on the march on drive number 2. Drive that started back on the Titan 21 with 6:43 remaining has went 4 minutes down to the 6-yard line. They're facing 3rd down and 3. Have already used 2 timeouts in this half, but you imagine non-section game, trying to get some confidence in your group for Coach B.J. Pugh. This is 2-down territory to pick up the 1st down for the West Mifflin Titans. As Cobb, the wide receiver, left side, near side, Jose Perez, Armand Hill, the back. Glover in the pistol, double H back left side. As handoff, Armand goes right side, bounces outside, has the edge, touchdown Titans! Armand Hill into the end zone, and West Mifflin on the board first as the Titans strike from 6 yards away. Armand Hill, no problem there. Showing off the Jets and getting into the end zone was Armand Hill. Hill went backwards about 6 yards before cutting upfield, and on 3rd and 3, a 6-yard touchdown run by Armand Hill as the man they call Mondo takes care of business for the first TD of the game. On to attempt the extra point will be Landon Jeffrey in a 6-0 West Mifflin lead here in quarter number 1 as the kick by Jeffrey is up and the kick by Landon Jeffrey is good. 7-0 Titans out in front. 2:36 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. 79-yard drive that goes 4 minutes and 7 seconds for West Mifflin to get on the board. Titans on the season averaging 17.2 points per game. Coach Pugh said, hey, we have a group of guys, they're talented enough to play with anybody. We believe that as a staff. The key is to get these kids to believe they're talented enough to play with everybody. And that's a confidence boost to start for West Mifflin as the Titans on their second drive after forcing a TJ punt go 79 yards in 4 minutes and 7 seconds, and Armand Hill caps it off with his first touchdown of the night, 6th of the season for the 5'9", 180 junior who's going to West Virginia. Had offers from the other local schools, Pitt, Penn State, and another among other Division I programs. As Landon Jeffries, right foot boot up the near side, fielded at the 22 by Tyler Eber, turns the edge, and Eber blown out of bounds, and some celebration there. Eber gonna get out of there immediately, flags flying everywhere. I think first one was on West Mifflin, And TJ, next one may have been on West Mifflin, but that was the kicker, Landon Jeffrey. I think that's why you see the eruption as Landon Jeffrey leveled the boom on Tyler Eber. Penalty will go against the Jaguars for holding. So TJ, instead of starting at their own 40, will be back inside their own 30-yard line. Make sure you stay tuned halftime here on MVI Live as we will have our B Graphics halftime interview. Did that just 3 hours ago with the man who just touched the football last, Tyler Eber, as Tyler and I are trying to work around each other's schedules so we could sit down, have a conversation. We're able to do that before this ball game. Appreciate Tyler sharing his time with me as 7-0 West Mifflin leads. Tyler Eber, the back. Not a lot of eyes so far tonight. As new quarterback calling in, quick screen pass out to his brother Jackson. As Jackson Coling with a flag flying works out of bounds. 1st and 10 TJ. Flag came late as Coling to Coling. Rabel only lasts one drive before Coach Chirpak makes the change to his other quarterback, Harrison Coling. Harrison 20 for 39, 277, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. Both interceptions came last week against the Avonworth Antelopes. Flag will back TJ up even more, so maybe more holding on the edge, and it's going to be 1st down and forever for Thomas Jefferson. We're actually going to go back to where the holding occurred. It's going to go back to 1st and 10, so basically a replay of downs here as Coling in the gun. Eber, sidecar right. Eber goes backwards as he got the handoff, and almost taking it was Brown in the backfield once again. Devon Brown blowing things up for a loss of 1. And that's the thing. Eber has not got worse this year. The offensive line is not getting the push for Thomas Jefferson that we are used to seeing. 1:42 rolling clock, 7-0 Titans lead. As Coling looks to throw, has time across the middle. Beatcoat cuts upfield. Jose Perez can't bring him down at first. Second effort at the 40 into the 41-yard line. As Jared Beatcoat picks up the line to gain and then some. 17-yard Harrison Coling to Beatcoat. First and 10, Thomas Jefferson. Second first down of the game for TJ. As Eber gets the handoff left side. Eber rumbles forward for a gain of 8. After 0, -4, and -1 on his last 3 carries, Eber finally gets some positive yards. 2nd down and 2 for Thomas Jefferson on what was most likely the penultimate play of the opening quarter. I formation, Eber dotting it. Handoff, fake to Eber, play action, rollout, pressure coming. Coling can't escape off the edge. Jordan Cobbs. Flag flies from the near side as Coling was hauled down on the naked bootleg rollout. As just determination and speed off the edge. Wait to see the laundry. Looks like it is going to be against the Titans. Again, no Deacon Cambaris, the normal fullback. Fold started at that position. Now this series, we're seeing Alejandro Alaman. So a horse collar tackle on the sack by Jordan Cobbs. And that will move the chains for Thomas Jefferson. First down and 10, TJ down to 27 ticks of the clock remaining here in the opening quarter. As he had him dead to right, just got him on the back plate, and Coach B.J. Pugh getting an explanation from our official here on the near side about that call. Again, in the middle of this I formation is the freshman Alejandro Alaman with Tyler Eber dotting it. 27 seconds remaining. TJ will reset, re-huddle as we near the end of the opening quarter with a 7-0 West Mifflin advantage. $15 yards so far tonight for Tyler Eber. And Metz, Hatch, Sable, Price, and Everly. 4 senior offensive linemen, 1 junior on the right side. Eber gets the call, goes right up the chute. Sayon Coleman spins Tyler Eber down. 7-yard scamper for Eber on first down. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 3 now for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars after Tyler Eber able to work forward. Make it 6, but nonetheless, 2nd down and 4. On what was the final play of the opening quarter. As after 1, Armand Hill into the end zone. Titans lead 7-0 after 1. Quarter number 2 when we come back. Right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. One chapter in the books, and it's going to be second down and 4 to go for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Ball stands at the Titan 37-yard line. After 1, 7-0 West Mifflin, but the Jaguars trying to march back the other way. From the 37-yard line, Harrison Coling leads the troops to the line. Brennan folds in the middle. Eber the deep back. Jackson goes in motion right to left. Beat Coat the other receiver. Hand off. Eber breaks a tackle in the backfield. Is able to get 1 yard on the play. Elijah Rudolph met him in the backfield before Eber scampered forward for just 1. Could have been a loss of 2 if not more for Eber, who gets a positive play there on 2nd down and short, making it 3rd down and 3. 11:36 rolling clock here in the second quarter. Going to be 3rd down for the Jaguars. The offense has been stagnant over the last 2 weeks. Just 7 points for TJ's offense last week. The other 7 came on an Eber kick return. Twin receivers up top. I formation again. Eber gets the call once more. Powers up the gut. And a flag flies late as Eber was taking Orande Shelton for a ride with him. It was a gain of 4 on 3rd down. Wait to see which way the laundry sends us. They gave Eber 5. Officials conclave on the near side. 7-0 Titans lead. 11:13 remaining here. As a penalty against West Mifflin. Or actually could just be a sideline warning. After the 5-yard carry by Tyler Eber. And I do believe that may be the case. The officials have not respotted the ball. It sits at the Titan 31-yard line. They have not reset the sticks, though, yet either. With 11:13 remaining here in the third, both teams trying to avoid yet another loss. TJ trying to get win number 4 before they start section play at the beach next week. And West Mifflin trying to get win number 2 before they take on a very talented Mars team. This will be marched off from the 31-yard line. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against West Mifflin, moving the ball down to the 26 with 11:13 remaining here in the second quarter. 5 penalties on the Titans, but they lead on the scoreboard. Your score, West Mifflin 7, Thomas Jefferson 7, nothing, as TJ trying to change that. B-coat left side with Jackson Coling. As high formation once again, Harrison Coling. Coling looks to throw. Harrison drop back to the end zone, looking at Jackson, hauls it in at the 1 as the brothers connect for a gain of 25. Harrison finds Jackson, 25-yard pitch and catch, and it's first and goal from the 1. First and goal from the 1. Coling, handoff, Eber, left side, no doubt about it. Touchdown TJ, Tyler Eber into the end zone. 9th rushing touchdown of the season for Eber. Number 11 overall as Eber crosses the goal line and finds pay dirt. And the Jaguars answer right back. So Tyler Eber into the end zone. Wessel on to attempt the extra point. As Volumino puts it down and Sam Wessel puts it in as Sam Wessel drills his 15th PAT of the year. And Thomas Jefferson with 10:40 remaining here in the opening half of play. March it down the field and march it into the end zone. A 75-yard drive for the Jaguars. 3 minutes and 51 seconds answering the Titans' 79-yard 407 drive. So we're deadlocked here at 7. West Mifflin, Thomas Jefferson, 10:40 remaining in the opening half. As both teams have found pay dirt, it's the bell cow backs on both sides. Eber and Hill into the end zone. TJ again, new turf on the field this season. Looks absolutely fantastic. Returfed at the end of last year. 7-7 Titans Jaguars. As Sam Wessel has it teed up dead center of the field. Wessel, last time he sent one into the end zone, end over end spiral. He'll do it again. And West Mifflin will start first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 10:40 remaining here in the opening half of play. Third drive for the Titans. Scored on the second after going 3 and out on the first. West Mifflin, 3 20-plus yard plays on that touchdown drive. Perez near side, Mason up top with Cobbs. Hill the back behind Zawan Glover. The sophomore drops back, pressure coming, throws it up top and well out of the reach by about 10 yards over the head of a streaking Jose Perez, who had a little bit of separation from Jared Becote, and if it was not for that pressure off the edge by Dom Volumino and Lucas Patterson, and Glover had a little more time to sit in the pocket, you could be talking about 6 the other way for West Mifflin, as he did have Perez streaking across the middle, but the pressure from the Jaguars able to force the quick pass and force the incompletion. TJ just 4 sacks on the season, including That sack on the opening drive by Dom Volumino. Glover, turnaround, handoff. Right side goes Armand. He'll give him a trio on second down. Third down and 7 for the Titans, trying to avoid a 3 and out. 7-7 ball game. 10:20 rolling clock. Malik Cobb's right side. Jose Perez receiver near side. Leshin will lead the troops to the line. Double H back in the form of Carswell and Mason right side. Hill the back. Hand off Armand right side, right into the waning arms of Dylan Beesock after a gain of maybe 1.5 yards on third down. So make it 4th down and about 5 for West Mifflin as TJ forces a 3 and out for the second time today. Fourth down and a long 5. Glover, the man who sent it away last time. Carswell goes in motion. High snap, and this is a disaster. Glover trying to scoop. He finally will. Glover, ball pops free, still loose, into the end zone. And touchdown, TJ. Bobbling around, D'Artagnan Craven. Touchdown, Jaguars. Disaster from the start for the Titans. And it's the junior, D'Artagnan Craven, falling on the ball into the end zone. 13-7, Jaguars their first lead of the night. So 9:03 remaining in the second, and Thomas Jefferson has their first lead. D'Artagnan Craven, the man who gives it to them off the high snap on the punt attempt. 14-7, Jaguars on top. D'Artagnan Craven on the football for the Jaguars. So Thomas Jefferson a 14-7 advantage, as West Mifflin gives the Jaguars a gift in TJ, their first lead of the night, trying to get win number 15 in a row against West Mifflin. And these two teams have met in the playoffs a few times as well, as also back in the 2016 semifinals, 35-7, TJ victorious at Elizabeth Forward that night, and also 2004 at Heinz Field in the district title game. A 20-0 victory for the Jaguars on that night. West Mifflin missed the playoffs last year after winning their last 3 games, as they were not granted one of the at-large bids. 14-7, Jaguars lead the Titans here thanks to D'Artagnan Craven. Near side 5, fielded by Cobbs, room to run, as make that Shelton. Rondé Shelton out to the 30, and that's where West Mifflin will start their 4th drive of the game. Hoping it's better than the last one. 25-yard scamper on the return by Shelton. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Titans. 8:56 second quarter action. TJ a 14-0 second quarter scoring advantage. 1st and 10 West Mifflin. Banged up, but the Jaguars hoping to come out in front. As Glover up top, incomplete. Second and 10 after the incompletion. 14-7, Thomas Jefferson leads, 8:51. Second quarter action. As left side, Glover on the run. First down and more. Flag laid as Becote brings him down over the midfield stripe. .844 officials conclave. So holding on West Mifflin. As Craven was the first one on that football, looking back, it was Ty Bettler who eventually came out the bottom with it. So right now they are crediting Ty Bettler with the touchdown. Holding will make it a 2nd down and 5. Craven was the first one on the ball. Looked like maybe never got control. He was the first one to jump on it. Then Bettler, the man who fell on it, is giving credit for the recovery at the time being. As Hill goes left to right, 2nd down and 4 after the penalty. Down to 13 on the play clock. As Glover checks the wristband. Glover, high snap again. Fakes the handoff, steps up, running loose, right side, breaks a tackle, big block on the right side. Carswell springs him free for a 1st down and more with a leap over Costa at the end. As Glover moves the chains with 8:15 remaining. TJ leading 14-7 on the high snap punt attempt. Craven fell on it, popped free into the hands of Ty Bettler. 1st and 10 Titans with 8:15 remaining here in the second. Bettler out there at linebacker as well here tonight for Thomas Jefferson with all the injuries, along with Eli Graff. Bettler comes off the blitz, but it's the draw, and Armand Hill busts through to the 50-yard line. Gain of 8 for Armand on 1st down, 2nd down and 2. .752 rolling clock. Titans on the march once again, looking to tie this game up. Jared Beco trying to rile up the Jaguar student section down to our left. 2nd and 2. Glover in the pistol. Hill the deep back. Twin receiver set. Double H back right side. Glover turn around, gives it to Hill. Busts through the initial line of scrimmage. Through the arm tackle attempt of Dom Metz. And down to the 46-yard line, enough for another West Mifflin 1st down on the ground. Armand Hill running loose once again. 1st down and 10 for West Mifflin. Nearing the halfway mark here in half number 1. It's quarter number 2. Malik Cobb right side, Jose Perez near side. Hill the back once more. Mason goes in motion. Armand room to run. Tripped up from below the waist. As it looks like Bisak got the initial contact in. Gain of 3 for Armand, who's had positive yards all night long. And West Mifflin has got a good push up front all evening long on both sides of the ball. And again, that's not something you're used to saying when it comes to teams playing Thomas Jefferson. TJ has dominated in the trenches year in and year out, and right now West Mifflin having their way up front. As handoff, there's Mason, slips a tackle out to the 40, into the rugby scrum at the 41. Ball pops free at the end. Whistle did blow as Beatcoat will pick it up as he went head-to-head in the middle with 5'11" senior Eli Ferry on second down, and it's going to be third down. About 5 to go for West Mifflin. Titans just one timeout remaining. Clock ticks inside of 5:50 here in the third. TJ leads on a high snap punt attempt, and Glover went running along the goal line, lost it again. Craven fell on it and then recovered eventually by Ty Bettler for the score. Another high snap. Good job by Glover to haul it in and get it to Armand Hill, who scampers forward for 2 more. And it's fourth down and decision time. A long 3 for West Mifflin. After that last punt, do the Titans try to put one up again? TJ has also blocked 2 punts defensively this year. Jackson Coling has one of those blocked punts for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. The other blocked punt belongs to Dylan Besock. Second year starting center struggling here tonight. Elysian plenty of time to lock in. The line's been good. The snaps just have been the issue. Timeout called. Titans use their third and final. As we will step aside as well. TJ leading 14-7 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Out of the break, fourth down and 3 for the Titans. Malik Cobb right side, near side Perez. Once again, Armand Hill the back. Double H back right side in the form of Darnell Carswell, along with the likes of Jarrell Mason. See if they run to that right side. Push has been good all night for West Mifflin when they've got a good snap. This time it is play action rollout. Glover running loose. They try to set up the screen and it's broken up. Zach Villa in coverage knocks it away, and it's a turnover on downs. TJ takes back over. Our Lions Heart Media player to watch for TJ with the pass defending Zach Villa. Our other Lions Heart Media player to watch, Armand Hill, has found the end zone. So a pass defend by Villa on fourth down. Turnover on downs with 4:41 remaining here in half number 1. TJ from their own 39. Looking to score on back-to-back possessions. They do have the lead. Offense, last time they were on the field, they tied it up at 7. I formation. In motion. Dusack comes near side. Eber a little bit of room, but not much. He gets just 2 for Tyler Eber. 9 runs for Tyler Eber tonight. Just 29 rushing yards for Tyler Eber. Isaiah Coleman, the 5'11 all-conference senior and captain, stopped him after a pair on first down. Second down, 8 to go. As Coling in motion, Harrison play action, fake pitch, up top looking for his brother, and it's broken up. Malik Cobb almost took it away defensively. As a big time break up by Cobb, and it's 3rd down and 8. West Mifflin's defense, can they stiffen once again? 3rd down and 8, 3:52 remaining here in quarter number 2. TJ's offense stagnant once again, 3rd and 8. Can the Jaguars break through with a 14-7 lead? In the gun, Coling looks to throw, has time, comeback route too tall on the far side, 50. As pass was intended for Biko, draped over him once again was Malik Cobb. As Malik Cobb back-to-back good coverages there for West Mifflin. Even if that ball was on target to Biko, I imagine Cobb would have been able to have a good play on that ball. And it's a punt for Sam Wessel from his own 30, gives it the boot. As that one drives back to the 25, Jose Perez 30, bounces outside, cups upfield 35, and is going to be slammed down at the 31-yard line with a late flag. As on the stop was Ty Bettler for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, as West Mifflin will take back over. Hampton joined in on the brigade for the stop for Thomas Jefferson. Wait to see which way the flag sends us. Does this field position get a little better or a little worse for West Mifflin? And it's going to get worse. So instead of starting at their own 35, march it back to the Titan 20. 15-yard penalty on West Mifflin, or going to be a 10-yard spot foul, actually. So 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it's going to move to the 22. Well, it is a personal foul. They didn't mark off 15. They mark it back to the 22. 3:35 remaining here in the second quarter. TJ does get the ball to start half number 2. Titans just no timeouts remaining. Armand Hill met immediately, breaks a tackle in the backfield. Armand right side running wild. One man to beat. Armand Hill, are you kidding me? See you later. Touchdown Titans. Armand Hill, amazing. Broke a tackle. He takes it 78 yards. And Armand times 2, and the Titans within 1. Broke a tackle in the backfield. And Armand Hill bounced it right side. And you could forget about it. Turned on the afterburners right past Zach Villa. As on to attempt the PAT, Landon Jeffrey for the tie, and the PAT is true. 14's on the board, one play, 78 yards, and a Titans score. It's 14's on the board. .321 remaining here in the opening half, 14-14. Armand Hill took him 14 seconds after breaking that tackle to go down the distance. And West Mifflin gets right back on the board. Armand Hill, the West Virginia commit. So shifty, so elusive in that backfield. One of the few times, too, tonight, we saw good pressure up front by Thomas Jefferson. They were able to get through the middle and get to Armand Hill, but he is just so slippery. And, once he kind of gets shaken, he is not an easy man to bring down, as he was able to just kind of stutter out of that would-be tackle at the line of scrimmage, bounced it right side, and once he hit the hole, Armand Hill, absolute speedster. You can see why he holds or near records in the WPIAL, as Armand Hill, as a freshman, 495 rushing yards versus Hopewell in 5 touchdowns. That's the second most rushing yards in a game in district history. Goes to an up man as near side trying to rumble back the other way. It appeared to be Jackson Coling, as Jackson Coling gets out to the 46-yard line. Second team All-American as a freshman was Armand Hill. Over 3,000 yards through his first 2 seasons and has been great tonight. So TJ, after that long touchdown, they will have great starting field position. It will be their second best from their own 46. 3:16 on the clock after the 11-yard return. All 3 timeouts. Folds in the middle. Eber dotting the I. Hand off Eber, trying to get something going on first down. Tyler goes for 3. Second down now, 7 yards to go here for Thomas Jefferson. 14-14 ball game. And Armand Hill running rampant. 2 touchdowns tonight for Armand Hill. 2nd and 7, 2:45. Clock continues to roll. Coling near side. He goes in motion. Jackson from right to left across the formation. Harrison gets the snap. Gives it to Eber. Has a hole. Cuts back and right into the diving arms of Mason. The 6-foot sophomore cuts Eber down. 4 more yards on second down. 3 to go for TJ on third down. As Thomas Jefferson, they have struggled at the line of scrimmage. I know it sounds like a broken record, but you do not say that about TJ all that often. Carson Dusack left side, 4 receiver set. Costa near side with B-Coat. As they go to Eber trying to unload the box, and Tyler Eber, he needed 3, and Tyler Eber by the nose of the football got 3. It's a Thomas Jefferson first down here, 1:56. And a timeout called by TJ, maybe. Nope, just stop of the clock to move the chains. And story of this game so far was what I really thought was the story of the Key Sport TJ game, which is the line play and how Thomas Jefferson kind of looks behind the 8 ball there. B-Coat goes right to left. Harrison Coling has time to pass, wants to go up top. Now pressure, flushes left side, just throws it away. As it's the multi-sport standout, Elijah Rudolph, track star as well, wreaking havoc on Harrison Coling. We've yet to see Jeffrey Rabel back in after that opening drive, and it's 2nd down and 10 here for the Jaguars. 1:27, clock stopped here. Thomas Jefferson, West Mifflin, 14's on the board as TJ surrendered the first touchdown on a 6-yard Armand Hill touchdown run. They would score on a 1-yard Eber run. On a high snap on a punt attempt by West Mifflin, TJ would take the lead, recovered by Ty Bettler in the end zone. Then Armand Hill, 78 yards, would answer back. Coling fakes the pitch. They set up the screen. One hand grab by Eber. Eber cuts it back up. Give Tyler Eber 9 on 2nd down. As Eber just one hand snag. And a big time grab by Eber on 2nd down. Make it 3rd and 1. And a timeout call by the Jaguars. 3rd and 2. We'll step aside as TJ talks it over before this 3rd down play right here on MVI Live. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Third down, 2 yards to go for the Jaguars. 14's on the board. B-Graphics halftime interview at the break with Tyler Eber of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. TJ hoping to go the old 2 for none and maybe turn this game on its head. They will get the ball to start half number 2. So if Thomas Jefferson can punch it in here, they will get the ball to start the second half. Coling under center, I formation, turn around, give it to Tyler. He breaks one through. Best run of the night for Tyler Eber. From the 36, Tyler Eber down to the 20-yard line. 16-yard run by Eber. So Tyler Eber moves the chains. Clock ticks inside of a minute. Coling in the gun. Hand off, Eber off the draw. Tries to knife his way through the defense into the heart of that Titan defense. Timeout called again by Thomas Jefferson. On the stop, Darnell Carswell, the 5'9", 290 senior. It's going to be 40 seconds remaining. Ball moved down to the 17 for a 3-yard gain on first down for Tyler Eber. Thomas Jefferson does have a kicker that can split the uprights. He's done it twice this year with a long of 39 in Sam Wessel. But Thomas Jefferson not thinking field goal. They're thinking touchdown with 40 seconds remaining. And again, they do get the ball to start half number 2, the old 2 for none. Big possibility here for Thomas Jefferson. Coach B.J. Pugh, again, talking to him this week, told me, he said, hey, we got to find a way to get our kids to start believing in themselves, believe they can play with anybody. Well, right now we have a dogfight through almost 24 minutes of play here on MVI Live. 40 seconds on the clock, quarter number 2. 14-14 Jaguars and Titans. Second down, 7 yards to go here on MVI Live in our opening half of play. South Allegheny 36-7, dominating last year's district champ South Park tonight. Coling looks to pass all day, come back across the middle, hauled in by Dom Volumino. 4th reception for Volumino, and it's 1st and goal for Thomas Jefferson. As TJ moves the chains, Coling comes back across, and Volumino with 30 seconds and a rolling clock picks up the first down. 1st and goal from the 9. Coling looks to throw. Cutter across the middle, down to the 1. Flag flies as Jackson stopped 1 yard shy. Wait to see what the flag is. His second time Jackson Coling's been drugged down at the 1. But again, there is laundry on the field with 21 seconds remaining. One rushing touchdown this season for Harrison Coling. Looks like the flag against West Mifflin, 2nd and goal. Is it Eber? Is it Coling? Coling under center, 21 seconds remaining. Does Harrison get the call, or is it Eber times 2? Harrison under center. Harrison, handoff. Eber left side into the end zone once again. Touchdown Tyler Eber, as Eber, his 10th rushing touchdown of the season from 1 yard out. Tyler Eber strikes again, and TJ leads it 20-14 with 17 seconds remaining. Second time, Coling. Set up an Eber touchdown. And Sam Wessel, true once again. 21-14, Thomas Jefferson in front with 17 seconds remaining. 2 minutes, 59 seconds. Thomas Jefferson goes 54 yards. And they take the lead once again. And West Mifflin, you imagine, even with 17 seconds and no timeouts left, they'll try to at least give Armand one more tote and see if he can get his way back to the end zone for West Mifflin for the third time this half. Tyler Eber at the half will join us. He struck twice in this ball game. Battle at the beach next week, TJ Bell Vernon. We'll be there for that one on the network. As driven away towards White, and White will let it roll into the end zone with 17 seconds remaining. So West Mifflin, no timeout, 17 seconds. Chance for a handoff to Armand Hill. I'm sure all eyes will look at him. (21-14) Jaguars lead. Second time TJ's been in front after a 7-0 West Mifflin lead to start. Looks like no handoff maybe as everybody stacked in tight. And West Mifflin going to take it to the locker room down by 7 as Glover takes the knee, and that will take us to the half. 21-14, Thomas Jefferson out in front as TJ gets a late strike and gets the lead for the second time tonight. As at the half, your score, Thomas Jefferson 21, West Mifflin 14. As West Mifflin struck first, 3 20-plus yard plays, a 29-yard run by Glover, and on 3rd and 18, Glover would find Mason for a 20-yard pitch and catch in the first down. Armand Hill's 21-yard run would set up a 6-yard Hill touchdown run, making it 7-0 West Mifflin, 79 yards in 4 minutes and 7 seconds before TJ would answer back with a 75-yard 4-minute drive of their own. Coling to B-Code and then Coling to his brother Coling as Harrison found Jackson down at the 1 before Tyler Eber would run it in from 1 yard out, making it 7-7. After a 3-and-out and a high snap over the head of Glover, he would try to corral the ball on the goal line. Ball would pop free. Craven would jump on it, would pop off the shoulder of Craven, and Ty Bettler would jump on it, man of the hour for TJ, as they would take the lead on Ty Bettler's touchdown, making it 14-7. But after a turnover on downs and a 3-and-out, West Mifflin would get the ball back with 3:35 remaining in the half. Handoff to Hill, who would break a tackle in the backfield and take it 78 yards to the house, tying us up at 14. But Thomas Jefferson, 2 minutes, 59 seconds later, would punch it in with just 17 seconds left in the half, as Tyler Eber runs of 3 on 3rd and 3, a 16-yard run, 8-yard pitch and catch from Harrison to Jackson down to the 1, would set up touchdown number 2 for Tyler Eber, taking us to the half in a 21-14 Thomas Jefferson lead. 7-0 Titans after 1. Thomas Jefferson outscored West Mifflin 21-7 in that second half of play. And your score at the break, West Mifflin trailing TJ 21-14 right here on your home For Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. When we come back, B Graphics halftime interview with Tyler Eber right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Halftime here on MVI Live. It's our B Graphics halftime interview with the Thomas Jefferson Bell Cal back, Tyler Eber. First off, Tyler, appreciate you taking some time to do this with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tyler, so obviously you broke onto the scene last year as a sophomore, and time in, time out, we see you get 30-plus carries a game. What is that trust like that Coach Chirpak has in you? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means the world to me. You know, that's something that's not easily gained. You know, Chirp's trust is something that I cherish, and you know, along with the whole coaching staff, to be able to trust me with the ball in my hands, it means the world to me because this program means the world to me.
So for you, obviously, your first main year as a starting back, you guys win the district title. You make a run inside the state playoffs as well. What was that experience like for you in that group last year?
Yeah, it was great because it was a great year to step in because we had great leaders all over the place, you know, with Shep and, you know, Matthew Martinez and Luke Cosco, Braden White. They all helped me kind of get into the role that I was with becoming a leader this year. And, yeah, just like it was a smooth transition, you know, like those guys helped me out when I needed helped out, and, you know, we all worked together.
You know, you talk about that group and kind of helping mold you as a leader. How have you been able to step into that leadership role this year, losing so much talent, not just as athletes, but leadership talent as well in this program?
Yeah, you know, I planned from the beginning of the season, I planned on leading through example because I work hard every day and I try to provide that image for my teammates so they, you know, can do the same. but it's kind of developed into like I got to become a little bit more vocal, and that's what I've been starting to do. And I think we're just getting set and just stepping into more of a leadership role where I'm, just getting more involved with vocally and speaking to my team.
Obviously here at Thomas Jefferson, it's such a tradition of winning. It's just you guys, the standard is truly the standard here, and it's not a joke because you guys every year are expected to be one of the top dogs inside the entire WPIL. What does it mean to get to put on a Thomas Jefferson jersey every Friday night and go to battle with your brothers?
Yeah, it's something special. Just being like on this team, it is truly something special. The history, how much of winning was done in this, decade in the Chirpack era, since he's been here. It's an honor to be a part of such awesome history, and to provide to that and add to that, it means the world to me.
So obviously in your junior year after a breakout sophomore campaign, what's kind of it look like for you starting to maybe look at the future once Thomas Jefferson becomes your past?
Yeah, like with colleges and stuff like that, I'm just taking it one step at a time. Right now my main focus is, helping my team win and helping my other teammates, rise to the occasion. And, I'm here right now. I'm here with this team this season. Whatever comes next, I'll take care of it then.
So for you, where did the start for this sport come? Like where did you first get that love, this passion for the sport of football?
Yeah, I started playing in 6th grade. I was never really an athlete growing up. I mean, I played in-house sports, and I was never like the travel kid. I was never the super gifted athletic kid. And I fell in love with football. I scored 1 touchdown my first year of football, and I fell in love with it from then. I worked super hard all throughout middle school, and I actually didn't play or start running back in middle school. I only played defense. And when I got up here, I kind of had a breakout season my freshman year on JV, and I didn't see much varsity time, but I knew that like I was ready to compete for that spot. And the passion was there from the beginning. I didn't see the results until recently.
So, with those results being almost a certain, it would seem like day in and day out, when you hit some tough patches throughout the course of the season, how do you, keep that confidence up? It's like, hey, it's just a little bump in the road. We'll get right back to where we need to be.
Yeah, I pride myself on keeping a steady head where, like, if I make a mistake, I won't ever get too down on myself, and I know the team won't benefit if you sit there and you get too down on yourself. Where I'm in now, I'm trying to rise above that, which I have done recently with certain games being down low and stuff like that. But it's all about just bouncing back, and I feel I've done that pretty well.
For you, obviously, you get the ball from your signal callers. Well, last year it was Luke Costco. Now it's Cincinnati for baseball. But it's a pair of guys this year in, both Rabel and Calling. So how does that chemistry, form with you kind of now working with 3 quarterbacks in 2 years?
Yeah, they've all been great. They've all gone the ball to me. We haven't had any exchange issues. They've all been good leaders on the field, know what they're doing. And you can't ask for anything more than just knowing what you're doing and being a good leader out there on the field.
So for you, again, we talked about at the beginning, you get the ball 30-plus times a game. We've seen upwards of near 40-plus carries in a game for you. How do you keep yourself ready to take on that workload every Friday night?
Yeah, I work very hard with my recovery, whether it's, Saturday mornings I watch film and then I go stretch or I go get treatment like cryotherapy on the weekends sometimes, or I'll even get IVs to get rehydrated for the week. But, I work very hard with my recovery as well as, training because they're both equally important.
So for you, obviously, a very team-oriented guy, you can just tell by talking to you, what would it mean to get another WPIO championship this year, which I know easier said than done, but at the end of the day, maybe another rematch with McKeesport at Acrisure Stadium. What would that mean to get that chance again?
It would mean everything. It's to be able to come back-to-back, it's truly something special when the ability that I have being a junior to go, if we win this one and we get another year, that's what means the most to me. I want to, go down in the history books. I want this team to be remembered in, physical, aggressive, hard football.
So, we've seen so much talent come through this Thomas Jefferson program year in and year out, and, you're just the next one in line, it feels like, to put your name in the TJ history books with what you've already done and what you're going to do throughout the rest of your career. What are some maybe personal goals? Obviously, you want to win another title, if not 2 more district titles, and maybe get a state one in there as well. But personally, is there anything you'd like to accomplish before you leave here at Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah, obviously, I'll say first and foremost, team first. I'll always say that. I only care about winning. I don't care about my personal accolades. But, when I'm done here, I would like to be the leading rusher here and leading touchdowns. But to me, that's all secondary. I want to win WPIALs. I want to win states. I just want the team to succeed first.
And it all starts with the man leading the helm. What is it like to get a play for probably the most legendary head coach, and at least if he's not yet, he's going to be once he retires, the most legendary coach in the entire WPIAL?
He pushes us, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. He knows the game. I love that we still run the pro and I formations. That means, I love the classic football. I watch new football in college. I'm like, you see the guys in spread, you guys see the guys in shotgun. I'm like, I want the guys under center, and I love playing for this team because we still get to play hard-nosed football, and he provides that, and he's just a great coach. He pushes us, and he makes us better every day.
So, Tyler, for you, obviously becoming very well-known around the Thomas Jefferson area, what's maybe something people don't know about you in this area that might surprise them, something unique about you?
I would say I'm actually a big skier. Fun fact about me, in the wintertime, I enjoy to ski. I try to get up there, up to Seven Springs as much as I can. And, it's one of the things, during my off-season I enjoy doing. And it actually does help you get your legs up and strength up like that.
Does it one of those things that, kind of helps you keep the stamina for, taking contact, being strong in your lower half to kind of break through that contact and continue to run through all the tacklers trying to knock you down?
I would honestly say there's a little bit of strength that comes with it. My squat numbers have always been high since I've been here, up in 400s for being an 108-pound guy. So a little bit, the stamina comes from in the spring when I work hard at my conditioning.
So one more question for you, Tyler, and I haven't got to ask this a lot this year. I used to end all my interviews with this question, but a couple repeat interviews this year, so I haven't got to do it. But for me, when I played high school athletics, one of the greatest pump-up songs for me was the national anthem. Just because it's that last thing you hear right before you go to war with your brothers, you go to battle with your teammates, kind of would always just clear my head and get me ready to go. So kind of what's your thoughts on, the national anthem playing before you go to battle with your brothers?
It's awesome. I mean, if you know me, I'm a patriotic guy. I love my country, and that's awesome. I love to see us represent our country before we go out there. I mean, I'm one of the most patriotic guys you'll know.
Tyler, again, I really appreciate you taking time to do this with me. Can't wait to see what you do the rest of this season and in the future once your time here at Thomas Jefferson's done.
Thank you.
Again, when we come back, it'll be half number 2 with Tyler Eber and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. This has been your B-Graphics halftime interview.
Heads up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people, focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. 21-14, TJ will go for the 2-for-none. They scored to end the half with 17 seconds left. Second touchdown of the night for Tyler Eber, as Eber, 61 first half rushing yards. At 62 last week did Tyler Eber, and just around 40 the week prior for Tyler Eber. You just heard from Tyler Eber at the break. And again, a big thank you to Tyler Eber for being our B Graphics halftime interview this week. Next week we'll be at the beach as Eber and TJ will renew rivalry. Always fun when the Jaguars and Leopards meet, no matter what it is. And that matchup's so fun, we thought about it and we said, hey, look at the schedule next week. Let's do it twice. We'll do it on the court first with TJ Bell Vernon volleyball, and then we'll take care of business with some TJ and Bell Vernon Friday night lights from James Weir Stadium. I will be there again for both of those as TJ. They may be leading, but you would like to see the Jaguars get a little more control at the line of scrimmage. West Mifflin's been very good at the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball, and one of the best bursts through the line was a big touchdown run by Armand Hill of 78 yards. As we will recap that opening half where neither team scored on their first possession, as West Mifflin, 3 20-plus yard plays, a run by Glover for 29 on 3rd and 18. Glover would find Mason for 20, and then 21-yard run by Armand Hill would set up the 6-yard touchdown run by Armand Hill on 3rd and 3. Making it 7-0 West Mifflin, but the Jaguars would answer with a 75-yard, 3-minute, 51-second drive as Cooling would go to Beatcoat for 17, then to his older brother Jackson for 25 to the 1, setting up Tyler Eber's first touchdown of the night, making it 7-7 after a 3-and-out on West Mifflin. A high snap off the hands of Glover as it was deflected along the goal line, jumped on by Craven, could not recover it, and it bounced right into the hands of Ty Bettler, as Bettler would find pay dirt for TJ, making it 14-7. After a turnover on downs, TJ would go 3-and-out, punting the ball down to the West Mifflin side of the field after a penalty. The Titans would start at their own 22. One play in, Armand Hill 78 yards later after breaking a tackle in the backfield, tying us up at 14, but TJ methodically would go 2 minutes, 59 seconds, and it was Tyler Eber for 1 yard out after Jackson Cooling once again was stopped at the 1 yard line, giving TJ a 21-14 lead as West Mifflin would take a knee and take us to the half. Thomas Jefferson will get the football here to start half number 2. TJ next week, as I mentioned, at Bell Vernon. It will be at Mars for West Mifflin before a battle with McKeesport. Titans and Jaguars. 2-22. West Mifflin against TJ. They've lost the last 14, but they're in a dogfight with the Jaguars today as the Titans and the Jaguars dueling from Jefferson Hills, and it has been an absolute dandy through the first 24 minutes. Coach Chirpak looking for win number 327 and looking to avoid his fourth back-to-back loss since the 2003 season. That will do it for us at the break. We will take a quick break, and we shall come back, and it will be second half action between the Jaguars and the Titans right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Halfway home, halfway to go, and for some, a lot closer than this was originally thought to be. The injuries have piled up for TJs before they start section play next week, but they lead it 21-14. Thomas Jefferson, 2 for Eber, 61 yards on 16 carries, 14 carries, 163 and a pair of scores for the man they call Mondo, Armand Hill. As we see down on the sideline before even this is kicked off, Leshin and Glover working on quarterback center snap exchange. That was an issue in the first. As TJ on the return to start 30, Costa shy of the 35 at the 34. As on the stop for the West Mifflin Titans was Deshaun Terrell. 14-yard return, 1st and 10, TJ from their own 34. I formation, Eber dots it. He goes left side, Tyler to the 40. And Eber forced out of bounds with the flag, as on the stop was Maggot. 5 yards for Eber, then the flag. Personal foul, face mask against the Titans, as another penalty against West Mifflin. 8th penalty of the game on West Mifflin. Thomas Jefferson has committed a trio. That's going to give TJ their 10th first down of the half, or of the game. West Mifflin has just 5. 1 point game though, or 1 possession game at 21-14. 1st and 10, TJ now from the Titan 46 after the face mask call. Beacoat and Jackson Coling near side. I formation, folds in the middle. Eber dots it at the back end. Off the pitch. Eber left side 40. 1st down and more for Tyler Eber. Give Eber 11. As Tyler Eber up over 70 yards on the game. 77 to be exact, and 2 tutties for Tyler Eber. Coling leads the troops to the line. Twin receivers, that's Beacoat and Jackson Coling. Once again, Eber the deep back, and once again gets the call. Right into the dog pile, leading the charge, Ethan Thomas. As Tyler Eber gets 3 on 1st down. 2nd down and 7 now for the Jaguars. Brown and Thomas converge as West Mifflin backs against the wall here, down by 7, and TJ Beacoat goes in motion, pitch out Eber. Eber cuts it back and goes nowhere. As sealing the edge and slamming down Eber, it's Mason. With some help from his buddy and Jose Perez. Loss of 1 for Tyler Eber. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. A big stop there. Can West Mifflin get stingy defensively? Titans, with 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd, face a 4-receiver set. Coling in the gun. Costa, Beacoat, Dusack, and Jackson Coling the wideouts. As Harrison looks to throw across the middle, hauled in short of the line to gain. Jackson Coling at the 27. Gain of 6, and it's 4th and 2 for Thomas Jefferson. Coach Chirpak just churns the offense right back to the line. Eber the back, hand off up the middle, gonna be close. Oh, spot, he looks short. West Mifflin stiffens. It's Darnell Carswell on 4th and 2. Denies Tyler Eber. And West Mifflin takes over. Carswell, the senior. So turnover on downs. West Mifflin takes over on their own 26. 9:18. 3rd quarter action. 1st and 10 Titans from their own 26. In the gun. Handoff dropped by Mason. Scoops it up. Mason back to the 20. Over the 20 to the 23, but a disastrous handoff for West Mifflin as they go backwards on first down, and the Titans behind the chains early on. Second down, 13 to go for West Mifflin. Clock rolling inside of 9 minutes here in the third. 21-14, Jaguars on top. Can the Titans tie? Glover in the gun, flanking right, Hill, twin receiver set, high snap again, Glover rolls out, pressure coming, spun down to the ground as off the edge, Lucas Patterson. So the Thomas Jefferson defense backing up the offense after failing to convert back-to-back negative plays. A loss of 7, first sack of the season for Lucas Patterson. Second sack of the game for TJ. Third and 20. West Mifflin already converted a 3rd and 18 today. So Juan Glover in the pistol. Hill the back. 2 receiver set. Double H back in motion goes Mason. Glover, high snap again. Puts it into the pocket of Hill. Armand jets forward, powering his way to the 20-yard line from the 16. So a gain of 4 on third down and forever. As the entire TJ defensive front on the stop, going to be 4th down and 16 for West Mifflin. As Thomas Jefferson's defense does a job, and it's blocked! Eber! Hill picks it up. Armand gets it back outside. 3rd blocked punt of the season for the Jaguars. Tyler Eber the block. And TJ takes over deep in Titan real estate. Thomas Jefferson takes over on the Titan 5. 6:57. Third quarter action. Second special teams blunder for West Mifflin. First and goal for the Jaguars. Eber the deep back. Hand off, Eber up the gut into the end zone. The hat trick for Tyler Eber. From 5 yards away, Eber into the end zone once more. Blocks the punt and gets a payday. And the Jaguars up by 2 scores. So Tyler Eber with a flag on the field. Wait to see as TJ tentatively takes a 27-14 lead. Unsportsmanlike conduct against West Mifflin, but the second time we've seen an issue with West Mifflin, and you wonder why is Glover so close to the line, but if you don't have a long snapper, that's also could be part of the problem for West Mifflin, as part of the reason Eber is able to bust through. 3rd blocked punt of the season for Thomas Jefferson, as Tyler Eber able to take it in for his 3rd touchdown of the game, as the kick by Wessel is true. So Sam Wessel makes it 28-14 as Thomas Jefferson with 6:52 remaining here in the third quarter. They lead it by 14 as a 1-play, 5-yard touchdown drive for Thomas Jefferson. And now West Mifflin's back's truly against the wall. They got a big-time stop, did the Titans, and then a Negative play after negative play drive for West Mifflin sent them backwards, and eventually a blocked punt got Thomas Jefferson back on the board. TJ has outscored West Mifflin 28-7 since the opening quarter of play, as Thomas Jefferson out in front here. See if we can get some other scores around the Mon Valley for you as well. South Allegheny Mercy rolling South Park 42-7. That was at the half. Also 7-7 was the last time we saw Southmoreland and Ringgold. Now that's a 15-7 lead for the Scotties of Southmoreland. So Sam Wessel, no doubt that this one's into the end zone. How about through the uprights? As it's going to be 1st and 10, West Mifflin from their own 20. If you're the Titans, you've played a good game thus far besides 2 special teams miscues. That is the difference in this game. 2 TJ touchdowns, direct result of West Mifflin issues on special teams. Now, if you're the Titans, get back in, get some momentum, get it back to a 1-possession game. They've been able to move the ball. They've been able to win the battle up front, and they've been able to get off the field multiple times tonight. The Titans, if they could play some special teams, it might be a different ball game right now. Bad snap on a punt and a blocked punt by Tyler Eber. Eber has all 3 scores on offense. Ty Bettler the other. High snap again. Glover play action. Pump fake now rolls out. Hill picks up the pressure across the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for Mason on the near side. In coverage was Elijah Fant. 2nd down and 10 now. 28-14. Jaguars in the driver's seat. Twin receivers, Perez near side, Cobb far side, double H-back, Mason and Carswell. Hand off, Hill, bounces, cuts around 1. Arm on Hill, near side, puts his head down, powering forward, spun out of bounds by Beacoat. Gain of 15 for Armand Hill, moving the chains on 2nd and 10. As first big run of the half for Hill, 2nd carry of the half for Armand. 15-yard scamper out to the 35. $182 rushing yards for Armand Hill tonight on 16 carries. 28-14, Jaguars on top of the Titans. 1st down and 10 from the West Mifflin 35. Once again, Hill bounces outside, bounces off the defender in Craven, and picks up 2 more. As Craven tried to seal the edge, but so shifty and slippery, his arm on Hill turned a possible loss into a 2-yard gain. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Perez near side, Cobb far side. Carswell and Mason stacking up at the line. Glover looks to throw. Quick hitter, Cobb across the middle. Spun down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Nate Costa knocks him down to the deck at the 47. Another 1st down for West Mifflin as the Titans offense on the march again. They put together some methodical drives tonight. They've scored just twice. And West Mifflin moving here. Very important sequence. You feel like the Titans almost in a must-score situation. As Hill will bounce outside, breaks another tackle in the backfield. Flag flies, arm on Hill. As Hill flies the other way. Touchdown Titans. but holding is looking like the call. Another incredible run by Armand Hill, but this one looks like it's coming back. 53-yard touchdown coming off the board. Tenth penalty against West Mifflin. That's a huge one. Armand Hill breaking tackles in the backfield, making his way into the end zone from 53 yards away. He's a walking home run on every single play. Electrifying, but that one does not count for Armand Hill. And West Mifflin back inside their own 40 now at the 37-yard line. After that 10-yard penalty makes it first down and 20 for the Titans. Hill the back, flanking left. In motion goes White. Glover looks to throw. Vomino pressures, throws it up. Perez can't haul it in. Beat coat in coverage. And it's going to be second down and 20 now for West Mifflin. And West Mifflin, another shot in the foot. That was after Armand Hill got upfield too. It does not look like the hold affected Armand Hill making his way into the end zone. So it makes it even more of a frustration point for West Mifflin. That would have put Armand over 200 yards on the contest. 3 receiver set, Twins up top, Perez at the bottom, Hill the back, Glover to throw. As Glover sidesteps one and down he goes. Lucas Patterson, his second sack of the night. And Thomas Jefferson takes down Glover again. 2 sacks for the junior Lucas Patterson. And it's third down and 30. The Titans trying to get back from Jefferson Hills to West Mifflin to pick up the first down. It will take a miracle. Or maybe a Hill named Armand to get the job done. But Armand not in this game right now. It's Mason the back. Sidecar right. 3 receivers set. Glover swatting at something. And the whistle blows. Saw the left hand of Glover just slam something down, and I think Glover maybe being attacked by a lantern fly. And 5 more yards taken off on the penalty. So make it third down and 35. Doesn't get much longer than that. Got to get to the TJ 43. Make it 32 to be exact, but still nonetheless long way to go. Glover, handoff. That's Mason this time up the middle. He'll get to the 29-yard line. As Mason, the Division I recruit, picks up a couple. Fourth down and forever. This is where it's been an adventure. Last time we saw the Titans put one up, it was blocked by Tyler Eber. Pressure again, and down goes Glover. Zach Villa takes the football away. And more special teams disaster. Might as well just run a play at that point if you're West Mifflin. So Zach Villa, strip sack, fumble recovery. TJ now from the Titans 16. In this game, looks like it may be over, especially if TJ punches it in here. Just West Mifflin can't figure out their punting and special teams. This would be 3 TJ touchdowns off 3 miscues as Eber stood up in the hole, as charging forward from his safety position was Armand Hill. Four yards there for Eber. Second down and 6. And Armand Hill thought he made it a one-possession game with a 53-yard touchdown run. Holding negated that. Eber dotting the I. In the middle is Folds. Hand off, Eber cuts it left side. Eber close to the line to gain. Needed 6, maybe 5.5. As Tyler Eber going to be stopped a yard short. Third down and 1. 5-yard gain there for Eber. 8 more carries for Tyler Eber this half. 24 in the game. Third down and 1 from the 7. 2:20 rolling clock. TJ to the line, Coling under center. Eber left side. Tyler gets down to the 5-yard line, inside the 5 to the 4. Pickup of 3 on third down and 1. And it's going to be first down and goal for Thomas Jefferson after the 3-yard gain by Eber. .155, clock continues to roll. First and goal, Thomas Jefferson from 5 yards away. Can Eber make it 4 touchdowns tonight? Blocked punt as well for Tyler Eber. 26 rushing yards this half. They go Coling right up the chute. And Coling gets down to the 2-yard line on first down as Coling. Gain of 3, second down and goal for TJ. They mark him down at the 3. So 3 yards away. TJ just killing more clock before punching it in once again if they are able to. TJ has to run at least one more play this quarter with a minute on the clock, 10 on the game clock, or the play clock, excuse me. As 28-14, TJ to the line. Eber dotting the I's, Folds in the middle. Eber left side, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Tyler Eber. Make it 4 as Eber into the end zone once again. And Thomas Jefferson, 34-14, a 3-yard TD run by Eber. Sam Wessel on to finish off the drive with the PAT. As Sam Wessel, the all-conference keeper for the soccer team, knocks through another. 35-14, Thomas Jefferson. 16-yard drive for the Jaguars. Took them 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go 16 yards. Well, they don't ask how long as they get it in. And more time taken away from West Mifflin, who again, 3 punting miscues to 3 TJ touchdowns. And 11 West Mifflin penalties. Coach BJ Pugh talked about not getting kind of things, don't let things spiral. Best way to put that. Well, special teams mistakes have spiraled. Penalties have spiraled tonight. And it went from a 14-14 game to a 28-14 game. Penalty took away, making it 28-21. Now it's 34-14. After the sack punt by Villa, second strip sack we've seen Zach Villa have this season. 47 seconds remaining. West Mifflin will start their next drive. First and 10 Titans from their own 20. Hand off Armand Hill. Armand Hill up over the 30. Powers forward to the 35-yard line. Gain of 15 for Armand Hill on first down. Dusack on the stop. 15 yards on first down for Armand Hill. 199 rushing yards for Armand Hill as Armand bounces outside over 200 maybe. He'll get nothing as he's forced out by Craven as Armand goes backwards for it looks like, or goes forward for just one is going to be the spot. So Armand Hill does indeed get 1 yard. Maybe now they're going to mark it back for a loss of one. On what is the final play possibly of this quarter? No, because Hill was bounced out of bounds. So second down and 11. .23 seconds remaining in the half. Or in the quarter, I should say. 35-14, Thomas Jefferson on top. Stay tuned, Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Conclusion of this one, Glover rolls out, going up top, has a man, but Costa picks him off at the 28. Nate Costa, the takeaway, and TJ takes back over. So Thomas Jefferson with 15 seconds left gets possession back once more. Domination in half number 2 for Thomas Jefferson. They'll start this drive on their own 28. First and 10, Thomas Jefferson, 35-14 advantage. Eber, left side, gets the call. Tyler Eber busting upfield to the 45. Hauled down by Hill as Eber, 17 on first down. So off the Costa interception, Eber moves the chains, takes us to the 4th. A dominating third by TJ has them in the driver's seat right here on MVI Live.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle. Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen.
Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail store, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique. 3 chapters written, 1 left to be told, and it's Tyler Eber taking another tote as Eber up over the 50, down to the 47. Or make it, 47. So Eber on first down. Give him 8. Four touchdowns tonight, a block punt for Eber. Over 100 rushing yards as well. DJ just going to try to wind down some more clock. Coling in motion, Eber again, right side into the pal. Tyler maybe a yard. .29 carries tonight. Devin Brown, the man who meets him in the hole. 3rd down and 1. Beatcoat lines up near side I formation again. Coling under center. Quarterback keeper, no problem. TJ moves the pal. Zane Sable leading the charge. And Harrison Coling picks up the first down as the sophomore, his second run of the game, moves the ball down to the 44 as there's an injured Titan down on the field. As a timeout for injury, we'll take a timeout as they tend to him right here on MVI Live. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. Brown, the shaken up Titan, makes his way back to the sideline before a 1st and 10 for Thomas Jefferson. Drive that started at their own 28-yard line. As TJ in no hurry, Harrison Coling will get the play from the sideline. We'll see TJ next week versus Bell Vernon at the beach, as it will be West Mifflin at Mars next week for the Titans. TJ in no hurry to milk down the play clock. And again, score not indicative of how this game has went. If it wasn't for those big-time special teams miscues and plethora of penalties on the Titans, maybe a different game, as TJ as always, well coached, but they do indeed pick up their 4th penalty of the game. First of the half on the Jaguars as TJ moved back 5 yards. First down and 15 with 9:59 remaining here in the 4th. Brennan folds in the middle. Eber gets the call. No. Play action. Coling looking for his brother. Overthrown by a mile. Jose Perez, closest man there. Second and 15, Eber, left side, Brown back in the game as Tyler Eber stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Eber. Eber cracks the century mark again today, 116 rushing yards. On 30 carries. So Eber averaging just 3.87 yards per carry tonight. And we talked about in the first 2 games up over 6, almost at 7. In the last 2 games, Eber averaging 2.94. So it's been better tonight. He's had a couple of big runs. As timeout called, Thomas Jefferson talks it over. 9:08 4th quarter, 35-14. Jaguars on front, facing 3rd down and forever when we come back here on MVI Live.
Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
Third and 15, 9:08 remaining here in the 4th frame. TJ 35-14 lead over West Mifflin. Coling in the gun for receiver spread as Jackson Coling along with Costa. Twin receivers in beat code up top. They give it to Eber, and Eber goes nowhere. As off the edge, Jordan Cobbs meeting Tyler Eber. Back-to-back, no yard carries for Eber. And it's 4th and 15 with Sam Wessel. On to punt for Thomas Jefferson. Drive stalls out at the 49. As Wessel drills it end over end, out of bounds inside the 15. Looks like out at the 16, make it 17. Thought Wessel maybe got a better bounce than that, but it's going to be marked down at the 17. And a punt inside the 20 for the second time this year for Sam Wessel. So West Mifflin starts from their own 17-yard line, 8:29 remaining here in quarter number 4. 34-yard boot by Sam Wessel, right on his season average of 35, as that one was pinpoint perfect by Sam Wessel. Last time we saw the Titan offense, they turned it over to Nate Costa with the INT. As Thomas Jefferson's defense It was their 5th interception of the season. Plenty of turnovers today. Armand Hill, the back. In motion goes Carswell. Handoff, Hill up the middle. Tries to bounce away from Bisak. He'll get 1 on the play. So back to 199 rushing yards for Armand Hill. 2nd down and 9. Great crowd on hand tonight. Starting to thin out. Nearing the halfway point of quarter number 4. As another Titan down on the deck. As that's Armand Hill, who will be tended to before this 2nd down and 8. They did indeed give Hill a pair on that last run, putting him up over 200 on the game.
Direct Jewelers, Bella Boutique is Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
Second and 8 after Armand Hill helped off on the near side. Mason the back. Gets the handoff. Stutter step into the waiting hands of Ferry after a gain of 2 on 2nd down. Going to be 3rd down, 6 to go for the Titans as West Mifflin. Their upset hopes were there for a half. But as this game's went along, it's dwindled down, even though TJ going to get out of here with win number 4 on the season. I think Coach Chirpak's staff going to come away with more questions than answers. Again, how are they going to solve this front for Thomas Jefferson and the plethora of injuries that have racked up over the last 2 weeks before starting conference play next week? As a timeout called by the West Mifflin Titans. 34-14, 7:02 remaining, and we are moving along at a snail's pace. Mars next week for West Mifflin as they will start Greater Allegheny Conference play. Big 6 play starts next week at Bell Vernon for Thomas Jefferson. Southmoreland dominating the Rams tonight in that second half. That was a tie game at the half. Bethel Park 38, Trinity 28. That game in the fourth quarter. South Allegheny Mercy rolls South Park 56-7. Third down and 5 out of the Titan timeout. .702, quarter number 4, 3rd down and 5. Glover in the gun, right side flanking is the tailback Mason. 3 receivers set. Perez near side, White and Cobb up top. TJ shifts the front 4. Glover looks to throw. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Another one. Count them. 1, 2, make it 3. Lucas Patterson living in the backfield tonight. TJ had 3 sacks all season long. Patterson's picked up a trio in this one himself Add one for Volamino as well, and Thomas Jefferson has more than doubled their season sack total, 34-14. And here comes an adventurous possible punt attempt. First time we're going to see them have the likes of their place kicker in Landon Jeffrey come on to take a punt. Not a great snap, but Jeffrey hauls it in and will indeed get it away as end over end roll inside of TJ Real Estate down to the Thomas Jefferson 46. And after seeing that, you wonder, why didn't they do that all night? First and 10, TJ from their own 46. See if Thomas Jefferson can run this one out. And it was 7-0 Titans after one, 21-14 at the half. And then Thomas Jefferson broke it open with a pair of scores in the third quarter. Making it 34-14. That's where we stand now. Once again, Tyler Eber gets his number called. And it's just for a pair right into Legion in the middle. Tyler officially gets 3 on first down, second down and 7. DJ will milk the play clock with the game clock, trying to just kill things off here. As right side, one wide out, I formation again, Coling under center. Eber again gets to the 50, pushes forward as Eber was met immediately in the backfield. Gain of 1 on second down for Tyler Eber. Couple of big runs tonight, but a lot of 1, 2, and 3 yard carries for Eber. 3rd and 6, under 5 to play. What does Coach Chirpak decide to do here on this 4th down call? Or 3rd down call with 4:40 rolling clock. And you keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving. With a 35-14 lead, most likely box stacked. Everybody eyes on Eber as Eber burrows forward into the arms of Ethan Thomas. 3 more yards on 3rd down for Eber. So it's 3rd down and 6 to 4th down and 3. Fourth and 4, TJ. 7 seconds on the play clock. Looks like they will take it all the way down, and Coach Chirpak will call a timeout before this 4th and 4 play. Penultimate timeout of the game for the Jaguars in what will be win number 4 of the year for TJ here on MVI Live. And again, we will have our Weiser Painting Company play of the game, the conclusion of this one here on MVI Live.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle. Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse.
Sam Wessel on to punt. Ball on the Titan 47. As he just angles it towards the sideline. Not a good one by Wessel. With 3:40 remaining here in the game. From the Titan 31, West Mifflin will look to make this one look a little closer and get some second half scoring in the final 4 minutes of play. Armand Hill, who's shaken up on that last sequence, is back out there for West Mifflin. Officially marked the ball at the 30, 1st and 10. Titans in no hurry to get to the line. 1st down and 10. Mars next week. TJ, it's Bell Vernon. Glover in the pistol, Hill the back, Carswell in motion. Hand off Armand Hill. Hill into the arms of Volamino. As Volamino trips him up after a gain of 1 on 1st down. 2nd down and 9. Seven carries this half for Armand Hill. An 8th went for a touchdown that was called back. Would have made it a 1-possession game. Glover gets the play from Perez. Nearing 3 minutes remaining here in quarter number 4. Malachi Alikov far side, White near side with Perez. Once again, Carswell in motion, and once again, Hill gets the call and hauled down in the backfield as TJ, another TFL this time. It's the Cal U baseball commit, Dom Metz, on the stop as Hill goes backwards, loss on the play of 3. Third and 12, 2:22. Rolling clock here in quarter number 4. 4-1 for Thomas Jefferson, 1-4 for West Mifflin. Hill goes left side, hits the hole, hits the afterburners, and is going to be tripped up by Costa in the second level. 15 yards by Armand Hill. And another 1st down for West Mifflin. As Costa, a touchdown saving tackle, denying Armand Hill his 3rd touchdown of the night. .147, clock continues to roll. Titans trying to find their first second half score of the game. Folds out. Dom Metz back in. As in the pistol, Carswell goes in motion. Glover, high snap. As Awan make it Armand falling on it. So Armand Hill jumps on the high snap back to the 35-yard line. Loss of 9. 2nd down and 19. .102 rolling clock. Time for at least one more play before TJ wraps up a 35-14 victory, barring another score by the Titans. Another high snap. Armand Hill cuts it back up the gut. Armand over the 50 to the 45, pushing his way towards the 40. Stopped by Alejandro Alaman down at the 43. .23-yard scamper for Hill. 35 seconds remaining. As Alleman knocked down Armont Hill once again. Looks like West Mifflin will get one last play in. Mason going to be the back right side, and before that, timeout, Titans. We'll take a final timeout, come back. Weiser Painting Company, player of the game, and the conclusion of the game right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you
high snap off to Mason. Mason, right side stacked up. There's no room for Mason. And that will do it. Final play of the game. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars back in the win column using a third quarter barrage, outscoring West Mifflin 14-0 in the third, and they take it 35-14 in this ball game as TJ to 4-1, West Mifflin to 1-4. Mars next week for the Titans. For TJ at the beach with me at Bell Vernon for a rivalry showdown. As your final score, TJ 35, West Mifflin 14, right here on MVI Live. We'll take a break, come back. Weiser Painting Company, player of the game here on MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Your Weiser Painting Company player of the game here on MVI Live, Tyler Eber. 4 touchdowns, a blocked punt tonight for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, and 123 rushing yards for Tyler Eber. As Tyler Eber and Thomas Jefferson back in the win column. No back-to-back losses here for TJ. West Mifflin got on the board first after neither team was able to strike on their opening possession. 29-yard run by Glover eventually would get a 3rd and 18, and Glover would find Mason for 20 yards, and Hill, 21-yard scamper, would set up his 3rd down and 3 6-yard touchdown run on a 79, 4-minute, 7-second drive, making it 7-0. The West Mifflin Titans would take the early advantage as the Titans led 7-0, and TJ would answer back with a 75-yard, 3-minute, 51-second drive. Started with a 17-yard pitch and catch. Harrison calling to Beacoat. 25-yard pitch and catch down to the 1 as Harrison would find his brother Jackson, setting up Tyler's first score of the night, making it a 7-7 ball game. But West Mifflin tried to get things back going in their direction, but it was a 3-and-out in a high snap over the head of Glover, trying to punt on 4th down, tried to get possession on the goal line, bob it around, Craven jumped on it, popped back free into the end zone, and Ty Bettler would jump on it for TJ, giving them a 14-7 lead. TJ would then force a turnover on downs, but go 3 and out and punt it away, where Armand Hill and the West Mifflin offense would take back over. One play, 78 yards, 14 seconds later. Jaguars would surrender the lead, and we were tied at 14. But TJ would go the distance, 54 yards, 2 minutes, 59 seconds on the ensuing drive. Eber, a third down conversion, and then a 16-yard run before Harrison hit Jackson for 8 yards down to the 1, and Tyler Eber would punch it in for his second of the game. TJ would take a 21-14 lead into the half, get the football to start, and Thomas Jefferson on 4th and 2. Carswell stuffed them. Turnover on downs. But after Patterson, a big sack and a 3rd down and 20 non-conversion, Tyler Eber would block the punt attempt of Glover, and TJ would recover at the 5-yard line. Eber 5 yards later into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night for Thomas Jefferson. 1 play, 5-second drive. Second miscue on special teams that led directly to a TJ touchdown, but there was one more. After a 15-yard run by Armand Hill, Hill would go 53 yards after shimmying and shaking in the backfield all the way to the end zone, and all of a sudden 28-21. Hold that. Come back thanks to the hold on the West Mifflin offensive line, as TJ would catch a big break, as that hold had nothing to do. Hill was already gone and in a cloud of dust. And then Patterson on the ensuing play would sack the quarterback Glover for his second of 3 sacks today. 4th down and forever. TJ once again would pressure on the punt, and Villa would get right to Glover, stripping the ball away from Glover and recovering it, as Thomas Jefferson would take over on the 16-yard line. They would take him 2 minutes and 52 seconds before Tyler Eber would find pay dirt once again from 3 yards out for his 4th touchdown. As after the 3rd quarter, no scoring to speak of. Nate Costa would pick up a 4th quarter interception, but that was it, as Thomas Jefferson wasn't necessarily easy. Moves to 4-1 on the season. Tyler Eber, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, 34 carries, 123 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a blocked punt for Tyler Eber. The other touchdown for TJ belongs to Ty Bettler. On the other side, 24 carries, 236 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Armand Hill of the West Mifflin Titans, who will go into Mars next week. TJ into Bell Vernon, as both teams will start section play next week, as Thomas Jefferson wins this one, outscoring West Mifflin in the second half, 14-0, after West Mifflin had an early 7-0 lead after 1 quarter of play. But that will do it for us here on MVI Live tonight. 35-14, the Jaguars knock off the Titans, as West Mifflin hung for a half, but the special teams miscues and the penalties proved to be too costly. Titans finished the game with 11 penalties, just 4 on the Jaguars, as Thomas Jefferson 35-14 victory, and win number 327 for Coach Cherpak moved the winning streak to 15 in a row for Thomas Jefferson against West Mifflin, as Eber, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, as West Mifflin falls to 1-4. TJ to 4-1. We'll see you next week at the beach for the Jaguars and the Leopards. Till next time, on behalf of everyone here at MVI Live, I'm Alex Lyon saying thank you for tuning in once again to another evening of Friday Night Lights here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live, Lions Heart Media, and of course a big, big thank you to every single one of our sponsors helping make this possible to bring you free coverage of Mon Valley Athletics. As of course a big thank you to all of our sponsors once again. That includes RTI Insurance Services, Weiser Painting Company, Douglas Education Center, B Graphics, Louis O's Discount Warehouse, Real estate agent Janelle Carpenter. Hoods Up, Quick Change, His Place Coffee Community, and more. Mark's Court Time, TC Customized right down the hill here in Jefferson Hills. Elite Physical Therapy, Salvatore Pizza, Pasta, and more. And new tonight, of course, Jewelry Direct and Mirabella Boutique for being our sponsors. And, of course, the Ignite Youth Group for also sponsoring us. And, again, high school student, middle school student, come join me Wednesdays. We have a lot of fun. So if you're looking for something to do, come join me. We'll have a good time on a Wednesday. But until next time, on behalf of everyone here at MVI Live and Lions Heart Media, I'm Alex Lyons, saying thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Friday and a phenomenal weekend, everybody. Jaguars roll 35-14 right here on MVI Live. This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.